Hello and welcome to Pushing Cardboard, to another unboxing. This is a game that's been out for a while, but is new to me. I finally have been trying to get a copy for a while, and finally it made it through the P500 for a reprint over at GMT. So today we're having a look at Liberty or Death, the American Insurrection, a coin game, Volume 5 from Harold Buchanan. And yeah, I'm quite excited to have a look at this. This is... I know it's got a... I'm excited because I'm pretty sure there's a Terry Leeds map in this box, and I think Harold did a few different things with coin when he put this game together. So it'll be interesting to look. It's a fairly hefty box, big fat box. It's they rate it as medium complexity, but very high solitaire suitability. Well, that makes sense. Most of the coin games are like that, I suppose, with the bots or whatever they call them for all the different factions. If you want, you could put all of them on auto and just see what happens, I suppose. Anyway, let's open it up and see what's in this big box from GMT. Okay, here we go. Okay, first thing we see, of course, is a playbook. It says 2023 edition, so there must have been a few updates or corrections to the playbook. That makes sense. They usually, when they do even if it's not a reimagining or anything like that of the game, they always correct any errata or anything like that. So it's a big 52-page playbook. Looks like we start with a multiplayer tutorial. Oh, it's very a full 9 turns. So there we go. Oh, even more. So there we go. A page of changes for people who've played the coin series before. Some player notes. Some non-player examples of play. I guess this is probably using the bots or non-player actions, whatever they call them in this series. Nice looking book, very text dense, but that's these aren't rules, so the text dense is great. Actually, it's a matte finish, so no glare and easy on the eyes for sure. Lots of illustrations here as well. Then we have a section on the event text and background for every card. These are always great to read when you want to know a little bit more about a certain card. You can look it up in this section, and I always appreciate CDGs that do this. It's just gives you a little deeper understanding of what the designer's thought process was, and a little bit deeper understanding of the game as well. Designer's notes by Harold that look fairly extensive, sort of 3 pages. And some series designer's notes by Volko Runke, who invented the coin series with his first coin game, Andy and Abyss. And then the non-player designer's notes. So this must be who did the tables for the bots, or I guess non-players. I don't know. I'll find out what they call them. Developer's notes by Mike Berticelli, and a bibliography and some. I guess that's a page of counter inventory. I guess is what those 2 pages are. So that looks great. And then we have the rule book. Only 40 pages here. And again on the same matte paper. This looks very familiar if you've played any coin games. Lots of illustrations. Looks like a decent number of examples as well. And a few notes on how, I think those are probably notes on how the game differs from other coin series probably. Or maybe it's just something that Harold wanted to highlight. So the rules themselves take up the first 22 pages, and then we have some rules on playing the non-player, using the non-player charts. And they are quite extensive as well, so there you go. A glossary, where we call it a key terms index, but that's pretty much a glossary as far as I'm concerned. A little order of battle, sort of. A setup, and then some scenarios here. So we have 1, 2, 3 scenarios. So there we go. So that's the rule book. Here's a player aid, so this is non-player. Random spaces. So this is obviously when you need a random space, you roll on this chart for the non-players. And these perhaps are non-player notes for certain cards. I would guess that's what we have here, because we have the 4 factions: the British, the Patriots, the Indians, and the French. And here's the random spaces map. I guess this shows where things move from place to place if you're a non-player. Well, that's going to be just a second version of that. Now this is probably a player aid. Yeah, here we have battle procedure, sequence of play, and how to do winter quarters. Second, third, and fourth, of course, there's 4 players. And here we see our first non-player chart. British non-player chart. It's looks fairly detailed, but that's all right. A non-player Patriots, non-player French, and non-player Indian. So, while the single player chart here for the British looks fairly detailed, everything for this player is on this page. So you're not leafing through. Well, I suppose there might be that thing that's in the rule book, and we have 2 of these sets of non-player cards, and then we have the actual. If you played coin before, you generally get to choose between 4 actions and then maybe a special action. So this has got the British, Patriots, French, and Indian regular commands and special activities. And so we have 1, 2. We should probably have 4 of those as well. Yeah, 4 sets of these, and that's all you need to know for what you get to do. Standees, it looks like, we have Washington, Rochambeau, Luzon, Gage, Howe, Clinton, Corn Planter, Dragon Canoe, and Brant. Those would be the Indian ones. And then the French just get, I guess the French get Rochambeau and Luzon. So I guess that's how that plays out for standees. And here's the counters. Let's try and get those. As is usual, not a ton of counters in a coin game. There'll probably be some little pieces in the bottom as well. Different propaganda pieces here. That's interesting. And here we have the leaders again. Who knows if it might be an either or possibility here, or maybe you need these for something else. Who knows? Anyway, it's less than a full sheet of counters. They're pre-rounded, and they're punch out, like they're pre-rounded as they punch out. So they're that sort of deluxe modern style of counter. I'll save the board to last so that I can unfold it a bit. But here we see what I meant by, if you know what I mean, if you've played coin games before. I won't bring all of these out, but there's a selection of little sort of hexagonal cylinders, as well as blocks, all color-coded for the different factions. And you'll see on the this cylinder, one side will have a stamp on it and the other side won't. And in many coin games, this cylinder represents a cell or an underground, like a hidden unit, that they don't expose themselves until they do something, and then when they do, you turn it this way, and they're easier then for your enemies to find and do something about. So pretty big bag of those little counters and whatnot. Slightly larger. This is going to be the more the big discs and the pawns. These pawns you just use in the game to turn by turn in most coin games, just to indicate where the action is happening, so you can keep track of it. And then these sometimes go on turn tracks. So we have there's the French, there's the Native American, and there's the British. And I'm sure that there we can see there's one there, a blue one for the French. So we see what that's all about. These are just the bottoms for the standees. This is what you stand the standees in. You see that there? Yeah. Place the standee in there, upright, and away she goes. So standee stands. Interesting dice in that it looks like they only are numbered 1 to 3. Well, not all of them. The black looks like it has different numbers. So the black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The blue has 1, 2, 3s, and the red has 1, 2, 3s, and it might be different distributions. Who knows? Anyway, some custom dice with. Instead of pips, they have numbers. Some baggies to put your pieces in. And then, of course, being a card-driven game, we have some cards. So let's take a look at what some of these cards look like. All right. So as with other coin games I've played, across the top here we see the order of, in terms of whoever is available, who comes up first is who gets the choice of whether to take the event or use it for ops or what have you. So these we're seeing a lot of cards here that have the French available to go first. But lovely cards. Fairly straightforward text on the cards in terms of letting you know what needs to be done, as well as a little bit of color there. So it says, Congress's speech to the Six Nations, take up hatchets for the King's troops. So just something slightly colorful. Edward Hand raids into Indian country. 3 key ingredients defect. and it says the British has to replace 3 militia and 3 Tories in 1 province. So you get just a little bit of color on these cards, which I think might have been something new for, I don't know, maybe previous coin games had that as well, but it seems a slightly colorful way to do it, and it looks good. So that's one deck of cards. I might as well open the other one while we're at it, just in case there's something interesting to see in there. You can see across the top here how the flags have shifted. So the Patriots would have the first opportunity here if they were available. Here the Brits would. So there we go. That's the 2 decks of cards, and all that remains is the map. So we'll see how much of that we can get. Whoa! Whack the camera. I know this is going to be a great looking map because I'm pretty sure it was painted by Terry Leeds, who is definitely one of the best in the business. So yeah, that's about as far out as I can go. So we're not going to get the full map in. I'll bring it in so you can get a kind of closer look at some of this. Here's New York, Boston, way over to Pennsylvania there. So gorgeous map. Looks quite functional, as it's not a bunch of tiny spaces. These are large. Here, I'll pull out again a bit here. These are large, large areas, not tiny spots like we might see with a game like, say, Washington's War or something like that. The top sort of 2/3 of the map here has got all the map on it. I'm just going to fold this up so that you see that along the very bottom of the board, there's a sequence of play and spots to. This is where you'd put the factions as they are used, etc. So and a few charts and tracks as well. So that's it. That's everything that's in the box for Harold Buchanan's Liberty or Death. I maybe better zoom that back out so we can have a look. Yeah, that's Liberty or Death by Harold Buchanan and GMT, and I can't wait to give this a try. I think I'll give it a go with the non-player bots and see how that goes. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll come back for more. And please check out my podcast, Pushing Cardboard. You can find us at pushingcardboard.com or anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, anything like that. Thanks for watching.